And we are back on The Rodriguez Show, and we have our special guest for this episode. We've known her for a while. Chimene, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good.
Yeah. Right away, they can follow you on Instagram at Who Is Chimene. That's Who Is, and then Chimene. And if you're watching the video, you can see it on the screen right now. The new single, Was It Real, is out today. How does that feel that the song's out?
It feels so good. It's been a long time coming.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Finally time for the people to hear this song.
Yep.
So yeah, they can find that on all streaming. But before we get to all that, we have to get to the beginning. How did you even start making music?
Oh, wow. I've been making music for a long time. I mean, even when I was a little kid, like around the house, I would always just sing at the top of my lungs, just making stuff up.
Gotcha.
But my mom, she made me do piano lessons. And when I say made me do piano lessons, I mean she made me. I begged not to do piano lessons. Yeah. I hated it. Yeah. And then, I grew up being like classically trained, Bach, Beethoven, all that good stuff. And then one day I wrote a song and I brought it to my piano teacher, Julie Young, a shout out. And luckily for me, she is quite the songstress herself.
Gotcha.
And so she was like, great, I'll cultivate this. So it gradually went from piano lessons to literally songwriting lessons. And then ever since then, it's just been a
How old
part
were
of
you
me.
when that happened? When
12.
you wrote that song? 12 and you were
12.
Dang.
I still remember it a little bit.
What is the song about?
I was trying to do a metaphor about like, I'll sing it for you.
All right.
No, I won't.
Okay, you can say that. You can say the lyrics. Just what was the
like
metaphor?
The sails are dead. It's way over my head. Very moody, introspective lyrics for
like
a 12-year-old.
Preteen, 13-year-old. Get in your feels when you're that age.
Do I still write moody music? Absolutely. So I don't know if much has changed.
That's funny.
But yeah.
So ever since then, has a teacher that helped you that? Is she still helping you, or how long did you guys work together?
We stopped maybe when I was 16.
Gotcha.
And then I kind of just went on my own journey. I started writing and releasing music with everyone at Love and Laughter Studios in Anaheim.
Yeah.
I did my first album underneath my government name with them, a little EP. And that was just an incredible experience. Learned a lot about that. Yeah. And it's still on Spotify, but you have to know where to look for it. Gotcha. So I don't know.
They have to know your name, your government name.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then, I don't know. It's just been such a long journey. Yeah.
And so speaking of that, because you brought up the name thing. So this name change into what you have now is like a new phase for you. We talked about this. It's been a few years now since this happened, but like how did that come about?
It just never felt right using my government name. Sure, my name is fine as like a normal person's name, but it never felt like a stage name. It never felt like someone I truly identified with. And I wanted to have a name where, I can not hide in it, but have fun with it. Yeah. Someone that isn't me per se, but it's a facet of who I am.
Gotcha.
So that's where the desire for the name change came from. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and you said that it took some getting used to from your family.
Yes, they're still getting used to it. Yeah. There was a little bit of drama with my family about it recently. Yeah. But so Chimene, it is actually my mom's name. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful name, and I think that more people should hear it. And I wanted something that was unique and, like Beyonce. I don't know.
Yeah, where it's like one word and like, because it's not like you know anybody else with that name, or like I don't know anybody else with that name.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, I mean, who does? My mom, she always would say, if we're ordering something at Starbucks or something, she would always say her last name or use my name. She would never use her name. I'm like, I want to celebrate it.
Yeah.
And like, since it's my mom's name, obviously she means a lot to me. So there's a lot of meaning behind the name.
Gotcha.
But as far as like the drama behind the name, or behind using the name, my parents are very conservative.
Gotcha. I
no longer am, and that doesn't really go with my artist image, and so there's like a little bit of a clash there.
I mean, and it's natural. I mean, there's a lot of artists that you hear like they are different from their parents, and it's just it's your own journey,
Yeah.
Something that I noticed when you did the name change was like a little bit more of like self-confidence. Was that something that just what happened along the way, or was that like part of it?
Oh, wow. That's crazy that you noticed that.
Yeah.
It wasn't intentional.
Gotcha.
I think it's just part of the journey and just being a little bit more like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here to make a statement. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to make music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. No, and it is. You can just go into like growing into who you are and being that person,
Yeah.
It takes a while to get there sometimes. It took me a while.
It does. It takes life, living life, and I'm 26 now, and I feel like I finally understand who I am. I'm definitely not there yet, but at least my frontal lobe has developed.
Yeah.
So like things make sense for me now, and I can step into that confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. It's a big step for a lot of people to take that.
Yeah.
So the reason that me and Mondo met you was because you were working with Kid Vista, our friend who's been on the show probably like 30 times at this point.
Oh wow.
How did you guys start working together?
So I met him through Andy. Andy Acosta.
Yeah, he's an engineer.
Yeah. Engineer, producer. He helped me with my second EP that I released underneath my government name.
Gotcha.
That was a really great experience, but like I would always hang out at his studio and network there, meet other artists who work there as well. And I met Kid Vista at one of those sessions many years ago.
Yeah. No, yeah, and you guys worked together on a lot of great tracks. You even produced for him too.
Yeah.
How did that? Do you produce a lot or?
Not as much anymore. I went through my beat making phase. You know what? Hold on. That's a lie. I will produce demos.
Gotcha.
I'll flesh out a song. I'll write out the parts that I want, and then I'll take it to my producer now, and then we'll like make it better essentially.
Gotcha.
But I did go through like my beat making phase, and I was trying to like pimp them out and stuff.
Yeah.
And luckily Kid Vista, he connected with one of the beats, and yeah.
No, shout out to him, man. He's always supporting other people. He supports us, and that's why he's been on the show so many times, because he's always busy and putting other people on as well.
I literally have his sticker on my water bottle.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Oh, she's gonna pull out the water bottle.
Dang. That exclusive quiz.
Right here, Kid Vista.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
That's
right. Yeah. So the new single, "Was It Real?" How long did it take you to write this? Like, how did this come up?
It took me like 2 hours
to
write.
it.
Unfortunately, I had to go through a lot of emotional trauma.
Yeah.
In order to write it, so I think that's one of the reasons why the song came out so quickly. I just had a vision, like tempo, what kind of beat I wanted, what key I wanted it, and like the overall mood, and then it just took off from there.
Nice. So when was that? When did you actually write it? Was it like months ago?
July.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So actually pretty recently.
Yeah, quickly.
I've been sitting on some other music, but this song, I was like, I feel so emotionally connected to it. I just need to get it out. And I think it's one of the best songs that I've ever written.
Did it help you heal from that that whole experience?
It has, but also, unfortunately, every time I sing it, it brings the experience back.
Gotcha.
And so I kind of messed up on that one.
Yeah, that was my next question. Is it still weird to revisit? I guess because it's so fresh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, just having that still, like, is that still something, so that trauma is still ongoing? You're still healing from that as a person?
It is. Yeah. I have that PTSD from those kinds of relationships, or like men, men specifically, just like wanting something and not wanting me.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, still learning.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I guess the good thing you can say, and I've asked other people that write about these kind of experiences, is at least you're learning about yourself as you're writing, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully not falling into the cycles again that, it's hard sometimes to not, because it calls you back in, whatever that toxic cycle is,
Yeah. I got to get out of it ASAP.
So what's your ultimate goal with music? Like, what do you want to do? Is it you want to just keep making music? You want to be a touring musician?
I would love to. For the longest time, I thought I just wanted to be a songwriter and hide behind other people. But that's not the case anymore.
Gotcha.
I think, like, again, stepping into that confidence, and just stepping into who I am as a person, as an artist, and allowing myself to explore that, is what I want. And I find that I have a lot more fun when I write for me.
Yeah.
And the artistry comes through.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and it's hard sometimes, like, to be able to write for yourself and other people, because you don't want to give up some of the great ones. Like, why would you give that to somebody else if you can do it yourself?
No, exactly. That's what happened with Julia Michaels and Issues. I don't know if you know that song.
No.
I got issues, you got them too.
I've heard, yeah.
Because she's written for, like, Justin Bieber and everything, and she wrote that song, and she was like, you know what? No, I want to release this for me. And then her career took off.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I would love to be a touring musician. I would love to be on stage and, perform for people.
Is there any other creative outlets that you want to explore?
What do you mean?
Like any other art form, like not music?
Ooh. Well, I love marketing. Hold on. I'm actually back in school, pursuing my BS in marketing with an emphasis in social media. Your girl is booked and busy.
Gotcha.
But I love making content and stuff, and doing visuals.
Yeah.
So that's a hobby.
Yeah.
And I think a necessity for an artist in this day and age too. So it's again another facet of that. But I have fun.
Yeah. No, I see you saying very active on TikTok, and that's what you gotta do to get your music out there.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. So speaking of visuals, I know you shot a cover art for one of your projects, because I saw that in the reel. How was that being to shoot that outside?
Oh, it was very funny. So, for those of you who don't know, I am, the top half of me, I'm butt ass naked. I just had this vision of, like, me being outside, and I was like, where do I want this? And then, so it's actually my friends and I, we went on a public hiking trail. Over in the Pacific Palisades, so like a really nice, rich area. So I took my two friends, Van and Izzy, and Van took the photos while Izzy was the lookout. And whenever someone came by, she was like, someone's coming, and then I'd like quickly put my shirt back on.
But you guys got the shot.
We got the shot. Yeah, so I edited it. So I cut out my form, and then like I made the rest of the cover. So
pretty creative, yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, but you still get that warm golden light, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool image. It's like very like a classic like image,
Yes, and that's again where the conflict in my family came from.
No, yeah, that makes sense. They're a little more reserved.
Yeah, they're like, "What? You're using mom's name, and this is the image that you're putting out there."
Yeah. Which I mean, I would say it's pretty. I don't think it's very super risque at all. I think it's just.
I don't think so either. I think it's very tasteful.
Yeah.
But again, I'm used to a whole different other lifestyle than they are. Yeah.
So speaking of LA, I know you live out there, right? So what's the music scene like out there?
Everyone's just grinding out there. It's all about networking. It's all about who you know. It's all about attending these events and just like being there, seeing the same people, remembering them. It's not necessarily about getting into the studio and making music right away, but just like cultivating those relationships.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. I feel like there's just a whole other life to it out there. So it's really inspiring.
Yeah, it's just so big out there. I mean, I guess there's a lot more opportunities too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows someone. Yeah. Everyone knows each other.
Gotcha.
It's amazing.
So yeah, I mean, I think that we covered a lot of good stuff. I just wanted to ask you if there's anything else you got coming up this year. Is this the first single that's coming out? Is there something else coming out or?
First single, I am slowly working towards an album. But you know what? I keep writing new music and I'm like, I gotta put that on the album. I need to. So it's probably just gonna be a slow release, just like, putting singles out and then eventually rolling out the album.
Gotcha.
There's
no reason to rush it, right?
I mean, stay tuned. I'm still definitely in the studio working on music. I think my next song coming out is called Weakness.
Got it.
So again, more relationship.
Nice. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate. So it's
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play "Was It Real?" Before that, we're gonna do the 60 seconds with. So this is the rapid fire questions. Are you ready for this?
No, but go ahead.
All right, the 60 seconds on the Rodriguez Show. Favorite cartoon character?
I didn't really watch cartoons growing up.
Favorite song right now?
Oh wait, Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. Favorite song right now?
I Hate Your Ex-Girlfriend by Banks and Doechii.
Nice. One word to describe you when you were a kid?
Reserved.
You have a hidden talent.
Ooh, I can like whistle and hum at the same time.
What? Whoa.
I don't know.
Indica, sativa, or hybrid?
I don't smoke.
Okay. Netflix, Hulu, or HBO?
HBO.
Name of your best friend in high school?
Julianne.
First CD you ever bought?
I don't know.
First song you illegally downloaded?
I don't think I ever did.
Wow. Favorite movie?
You gotta watch. You had to watch the movie.
Yeah, favorite movie.
Okay, I don't really have favorite movies. I like to watch it once and then I'm done.
Was there one you really enjoyed recently?
No.
That's hilarious. Okay, so that was 60 seconds with Chimene on the Rodriguez Show. All right, so we're about to play Was It Real? I want you to introduce it for the people. Tell them whatever you want to tell them about the song right before we play it right now.
Yeah, so this song, it's about my relationship trauma. Just me wanting that connection with someone and not getting it and misunderstanding how they're feeling. So I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been through this. So unfortunately, you can probably relate to this song.
All right, let's play that right now on The Rodriguez Show.
The Rodriguez Show.